He is back. Welcome back to WizardPhD. It's Professor Lynette, and we are starting the Brilliant Event, and I've been waiting for this because Dumbledore. So we have Harry. Hello, Professor. I'm glad I found you. I'm afraid we've got a situation on our hands. The Calamity has become more active. It seems to center around Dumbledore. And maybe Voldemort. Oh, dun dun dun. He says Voldemort because nobody's scared to say his name anymore. Now, most of the new foundables can be tied directly to Dumbledore, but depending on how you look at them, they're connected to Voldemort too. We need to be vigilant. It's like someone knows half of a password to something. All right, Darkest of Times Part 1. I'm just gonna go straight to the event registry to look at what we have here. So we've got some things to place and also some port keys to unlock and some wizarding challenges. And we're gonna see what's up with Dumbledore and whatever connections to Voldemort if we can figure this out. Wand's ready. The real question is, am I ever gonna take down the Christmas tree? Probably not. Today, we are talking about... Woo! What are we talking about? Today, we are talking about Brilliant Week 1, Darkest of Times. So I finally got all the port keys down, and everything should... Actually, no, I need to open the last one. So we're going to go into Dumbledore's office real quick, and then we'll have that last fragment. Look at his office. Whoa! A puppy attacked me. So we're getting only XP from these port key unlocks. Oh, and then the portraits, that's the thing. Winnie, what are you doing, Winnie? 300 XP. Okay, so now we're at the page where all the images need to be placed. I have not looked at any of the dialogue yet. I've been trying not to. People keep posting things, and that's great, but I've been trying to avoid it. So I'm gonna start with, I don't know, why don't we start with Dumbledore? It's all about him, right? All right, Harry. Seeing Dumbledore struggle against an Inferius reminds me of that moment in the cave, trying to recover one of Voldemort's Horcruxes. I don't think it's a great sign that the Calamity is manifesting Inferius confoundables. Okay. Didn't we talk about Horcruxes before? We have talked about Horcruxes before on this channel. We have talked about Lord Voldemort as well, and who refers to him as what. And we have questioned about the Department of Mysteries as possibly being part of this Calamity chaos that was possibly unintended. Let's move on to Fawkes. Fawkes was a loyal companion to Dumbledore. Everybody knows that. It's less commonly known that one of his feathers was used to make my wand, and also Voldemort's. Well, yeah, as we know, they share the same core. All right, let's keep going. We have this owl. You recover an owl, and I'm here wondering if there's a deeper meaning. It's just an owl, right? No, Harry, it's not just an owl. Nothing is by accident. But it is strange. Why this post owl? Highly intelligent and well-trained post owls are entrusted with delivering wizarding correspondences, sometimes flying long distances to track down their parcel's recipient. I mean, things that we know, but the question is, what does this have to do with Horcruxes and or Voldemort and or Dumbledore? Okay, let's go on a charity. Burbage. If you remember, Professor Burbage was brutally murdered by Voldemort for being an advocate of Muggle rights. Why would the Calamity make her a foundable? Is it her connection to Voldemort or Dumbledore? I think... I have said this in previous Brilliant events. Voldemort, although I don't know how they might create a new storyline, Voldemort seems to be part of this story. Majorly, and this is to me confirming it. Trelawney was professor of divination while Dumbledore was headmaster, but she also made prophecies about Voldemort. I have no idea what to make of this. Again, Voldemort. Okay, last but not least, we have pumpkin juice. I don't even want to theorize why pumpkin juice is a foundable. If it turns out there's something sinister about pumpkin juice, I'd be gutted. Well, I've got news for you, Harry. My theory of this calamity nonsense might involve pumpkin juice, because pumpkin juice came up before. We had pumpkin juice before with Constance Pickering, her mom. Pumpkin juice is a popular pumpkin-based beverage that is served throughout the wizarding world, usually chilled. Okay, if we go back to our Christmas calamity, chilled pumpkin juice is on here. Why is it on here? We know her mom did some illegal operations. I'm trying my best to not be suspicious of Constance. I have my moments where I'm like, all right, she's shady. And then I have moments where I'm like, oh, and then it just goes back. I don't know. Trolley Witch, who also sells pumpkin juice from the Back to Hogwarts event. I mean, I don't know. It might be a stretch. I am currently on this bonus page. It's taking me a bit. I've done the 30 Albus Dumbledore, the brilliant Albus Dumbledore foundables. I did not realize that neither of these brilliant traces are high. So the return 15 high foundables is what's holding me up a little bit, but I'm gonna meet up with some people in a second, and the dark detector task is where we're kind of like staggering. So we're gonna put dark detectors, get those finished so I can get some silver keys to continue working on these port keys. I'm at 4 of 10 right now. I think I'll be able to finish. Definitely the bonus page is way more of a challenge than previous events, which is kind of fun. I don't know how people feel about it, but it's definitely something that forced me to think strategically for across the entire, like the 4 pages and this bonus page. So I definitely wanted to speed up and be most efficient in the 4 pages. Then, like, more so than previous brilliant events where I felt like, oh, well, it's fine. Like, I don't need to walk these port keys off or anything. And I don't know. It's fine. It is what it is. The only thing for me, though, is that, especially after the last community day, recognizing weather and seasons around the world. So it's not too bad for me still right now to be walking around with my port keys, but for some of y'all, it may be challenging with snow, ice, blizzard conditions, classic winter things, or for people in the southern hemisphere, if it's just, summer months are rough too. I don't know. I don't know if I don't have any solutions right now. This is just something that they're going to have to take feedback from everyone on. And so if you have thoughts about this event, be sure to let them know. I want to last check on this registry. So we have the brilliant pages, and I want to just see what the pages say about Dumbledore. So the regular Dumbledore entry is talking about him as the former headmaster, one of the most accomplished wizards of his time, serving as Harry Potter's mentor. Dumbledore was a beloved educator, impacting generations of young witches and wizards with his wisdom and guidance. Now, when we go back to the brilliant Dumbledore, the first sentence on this says, the Philosopher's Stone was used to create the elixir of life, capable of indefinitely extending one's lifespan. Suspecting the stone was coveted by those with dark intentions, Headmaster Dumbledore hid the Philosopher's Stone within the Mirror of Erised. So this is something that Jeff and I explored in the Magical Theory podcast a little bit. So we learn about the Philosopher's Stone and all of this intentionality, Voldemort's after it, I think that if somehow Wizards Unite is bringing Voldemort back, which could be literally, it could also be figuratively, the idea of Voldemort, keeping him alive through ideology and through how people spread his message, could be a way to keep him alive or bring him back. I mean, I don't know. It could be crazy if they actually brought Voldemort back, but I don't think that's as likely as this kind of maybe an accident and then possibly former Voldemort followers rising again. I don't know. I really don't know. Fox's entries about the Chamber of Secrets. I mean, these entries are slightly different, which makes me wonder. I never checked the main traces or foundables with their brilliant foundable entries. So maybe I should be doing that. And maybe the inclusion or omission of certain information might have a pattern or give us something to go off of with this calamity. I don't know. This is the first that I'm looking at this. And actually it was brought to my attention because I saw a tweet by Professor S and I was just like, I can't read this. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but I did see that there were images of brilliant Dumbledore and regular Dumbledore and I was like, I wonder if I should look at that. That's all that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments down below any Voldemort/Horcrux theories that you have and how this specific brilliant event fits in with the larger story of the Calamity or of any of the mysteries that we're trying to solve in Harry Potter Wizards Unite. And until next time, Juan's ready.